morning, everybody. My name is Karla, and you've reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I enjoy, and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is Sunday, December 29th, and I want to say welcome. She's spoiling my surprise here. I want to say welcome. Thank you. If this is your first time finding my channel, thank you for stopping by. And if it is not your first time finding my channel, thank you so much for coming and sharing this time with me. I have to give a big thank you to all of you who were so kind last week after my news about Bagheera. I, as can be deduced, was quite devastated by his passing, his sudden passing. And you guys just rallied so much, and so many people offered me kind words and told me how special he was to you guys. It was just really heartwarming. I was going to try and do a big build up and introduce you guys to the newest member of my family, but she's not cooperating. So let me introduce you to Delilah. She is my new kitty companion. And she wants to play. She's definitely a kitten. So I know some people might be like, wow, it's really soon to get another cat after you lose one. And it is. But here's the thing. One of the reasons, or one of the things that was happening last week after the heartbreak with losing Baggy, is I realized that it was the first time since I was about 14 years old that I had no pet. So I've always had multiple animals, and when I've had the devastating loss of one animal, there was another animal there to help me grieve, to help me through. Most recently, I lost my dog, Frodo, he was my dog, you know, your soul dog. And when I had to have him put down, which was like January of 2019, Baggy was there. Baggy was there to cuddle with me when I was crying, and, you know, a warm, furry body to hold on to, and Baggy really helped me through. And when I lost Baggy, I felt so empty, and my room felt so empty, and nights were just terrible and hard. And I thought about it, and, you know, I read articles like, when is too soon to get another pet? And basically everything I read said, you know, it's up to you and how you grieve and how you deal. And I realized that it was really important for my heart, my health, my mind to get another kitten. So I looked on the Long Beach Animal Society or Animal Shelter website, and was looking at all the animals to adopt. I would have been, under different circumstances, I would have been perfectly fine with getting an adult cat. But because we do have a dog in the house and eventually I would like to socialize them, I thought it made a little bit more sense to get a kitten. So when I went on Thursday, there was like 10, 15 kittens. And over the course of the couple of days, that number dwindled and stuff. I was originally attracted to looking at the males with the dark black fur. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, am I attracted to those because of Baggy? This cat is not a replacement for Baggy. It is just another animal for me to love and to help me grieve Baggy in a healthy and good way. But I saw her picture in the course of looking at all the other animals, and she's kind of stuck in my mind. And then when we went to the shelter yesterday, and some of the little males that I had seen online weren't there anymore. One of them was being treated for ringworm, so that was out. But she was available, and her name was Shortbread in the at the shelter. But they let me hold her. You know, you go into like the little cat, what do they call it? Cat, cave, not cat cave, cat, I don't know. Anyway, they have a room for, you know, when they have the cats that are available for adoption. And the girl, you know, and immediately she kind of curled into me, and she was very comfortable, very relaxed, very calm, but alert at the same time. She wasn't like, you know, you've had listless cats and they're just kind of, and so they lie there and they snuggle, but they don't seem alert. She was alert and looking around, and she kind of did that little nose touch, which, you know, is heart melting. And but she really like seemed to settle into me very, very easily. Lorraine held her for a second, and she was nice to Lorraine, but she was like, no, I want down now. So I just felt like it was a match. So I adopted her, and we were talking about names. And I had different names that I was like bouncing around, and then when we were driving home, I was feeling kind of anxious, I will have to say, because she's there in a cat carrier. You know, my last experience with the cat carrier last week was not good. So I was feeling a little anxious while we were driving home, and we were talking about names, and I was bouncing them around, and I had a lot of like, I don't know, Ollie names, you know, like I was thinking I could call her Molasses, and her name would be Molly, and Polly, and Lollipop, and all these Ollie ones and whatever. And then Lorraine said, well, hopefully she'll get along with Samson, who's her dog. And I'm like, Delilah. And as soon as I said it, it was like, that's her name. Delilah means delicate in Hebrew. I like that it's a Hebrew name, considering that it is Hanukkah right now. And it was also Reagan's birthday yesterday, so I adopted her on Reagan's birthday. And Coco, their dog, was also adopted on Reagan's birthday last year, so that's kind of funny. But I got her home, and she's immediately at home. She is, you know, she's 5 months old, so she is very kitten. So she plays hard. She runs around here like her tail's on fire, and then passes out. She, I think, is smart. She learned how to get up on the high bed. She's like all over the cat tree already. She figured out the litter box immediately. Like I showed her the litter box, she went in and she used it. I have the robot, the automatic part off for right now. Although I have cycled it a couple times while she's, you know, after she's gone, I manually, you know, press the button, and she's fascinated by it going around, which is why I'm kind of leaving it off, because I want to make sure she doesn't try and go in there. She's 5 pounds, and it's supposed to sense a cat at 5 pounds, but I just, until I'm sure, I don't want to keep it on automatically. But she figured out how to use the litter box. She has drank out of the scary water fountain. The running water was a little bit like scary to her at first, but she figured out how to do it, and ate her dinner with gusto, and everything is just great. She, when it's time for her to sleep and I'm in here on my bed, she climbs up and she cuddles up to me. I almost teared up the first time when she cuddled up to me, and I was petting her and the purr started, because that is one thing that the past week has been really missing and really hurting me, is not having that warm purr. But she's a good purr, and I think we've really bonded. She really bonded to me really quickly, and I'm very, very grateful to have her come into my life. It's bittersweet. I still miss Baggy so much. It's funny because, you know, when I give her toys that he enjoyed and she plays with them in the same way, it's touching. And then she's also finding toys that he wasn't that interested in that she is, you know, because she's a kitten. And that's also, you know, it's heartwarming. I feel like Baggy maybe led me to her, if you believe in that kind of thing. So I know it's really soon, but kind of it isn't, just because this is the only time I haven't had another animal to kind of help me through the grieving process. And I find that the grief isn't gone. It's just easier to deal with and to process with another warm, furry body to take care of and love. So anyway, hopefully Delilah will be a regular, feature in my videos. As I said, she loves being on the cat tree, and right now she's right in front of me on the stool that Baggy used to sit on all the time. So she's making herself quite comfortable. She's really enjoying finding all the nooks and crannies in the room and all the little paths, and so I'm sure that you guys are going to see her quite often. So again, thank you so much for just all your kind words and for telling me how special you thought Baggy was, because he was one in a million type of cats. Can never be replaced in my heart, in my life, and we just hold him, in our memories, and now I have a new baby to take care of as well, and I think it's how it's supposed to be. So anyway, that's all about life stuff. Oh well, let's see. So the day after all this horrible stuff happened with Baggy, when I woke up the next morning, I had a UTI. That was fun. I'm still kind of being aware. I didn't actually have to go to the doctor or anything. I took some over-the-counter medication. It kind of seemed to, well, it helped with the symptoms, and I know that you have to be careful because it isn't actually healing any infection if you actually have an infection. I don't know that I did actually have an infection. It may have just been an irritation at that point. The day that Baggy passed, I don't think I drank anything except for a small glass of lemonade at one point. So I think I maybe irritated my system. So I took the medicine, and I've been pushing water. And when I stopped, because you only take the medicine for 2 days, and then it seemed to be better. And so I'm still very aware if I have any other pain or urgency issues, which is basically what I had. I will go to the doctor next week, but I don't think so. I don't think I'm having that. But that was just another thing to be oh so fun. Christmas Eve was very low-key here. We just watched a bunch of movies. Lorraine and I just watched all kinds of movies, 3 or 4 movies that night. Christmas Day, which was also the first night of Hanukkah, we were supposed to go over to Dave's mom's house. We were invited over there. She was in the emergency room the whole day before. So it ended up, Lorraine's daughter Misty ended up making like 3 different meals, and 2 of them were sent, to Dave's mom and his stepdad, and to Dave's aunt, and all the people that were supposed to be at the gathering were not feeling well. So it ended up being just Lorraine and I and Misty and Dave at Misty's house for the actual dinner. Misty cobbled together fantastic dinner, considering she wasn't planning on having to do a Christmas dinner, but she made a really lovely dinner, and she had made all kinds of like fudge and stuff, and so she had that for dessert. And I brought my travel menorah, so I lit the first night candles with them there watching. It was kind of funny because I was like, I brought this if you don't mind. And Misty's like, no. She goes, that'd be great. She goes, we got Dave, who's a Catholic, I'm agnostic, you're Jewish, Lorraine's Buddhist. It's like we've got everybody represented here. And yeah, so I lit the candles with everybody there listening, and that was really nice. And we just had a nice evening, and we were home, yeah, fairly early. We were home probably by 7-ish. Next day was work. So I worked on Thursday and Friday, and then that brings us to yesterday, when the big news of the day was adopting a kitten, my little Delilah. So I feel like I'm going to be going into 2025, with having something really horrible happen, but having, sort of the light at the end of the tunnel, the rainbow after the rainbow bridge, the rainbow bridge kind of thing. So anyway, so that's where we are. Now craft wise, it was kind of crazy week, and I didn't do very much, I will admit. So I don't have that much to show you, but I will show you the few things I did. I did crochet a little bit yesterday and stitch in front of Delilah because I wanted to see how she would react. She was pretty not interested, which is good. I don't really want her to be interested. When I was crocheting, she did kind of want a little bit of attention, so, but she didn't mess with the yarn or the needle or the, you know, she wasn't really paying attention to the actual, what I was doing. She was watching it. So she saw what I was doing, but she wasn't, you know, interfering. So that was good. So I brought this over on Christmas when I brought the knot pillow that I'm working on, which is just gonna look like a big tube until I start stuffing it. And this is just a half double crochet done in the round, or, you know, done continuous. And you just do this until it's like something like 13 feet long or something, and then well, you stuff it as you go because otherwise you won't be able to stuff it, and then you tie it into a knot and close it up and it will be a pillow. So, and it's done with 3 strands. I'm using one strand of the Joann's Big Twist Prism yarn, and then I have four skeins of just the Big Twist Value, and I'm using 2 colors at a time. And then I recently switched, so I started at the bottom with a yellow and a purple, and then right around here I cut off the yellow and added pink, and I think I'll do that every foot. I will take out one and add another, so I have a pink, a yellow, a purple, and a minty green. So that is the crochet that I worked on. And I did do a little bit yesterday on Logan's scarf, but really not enough to show anything. I'm probably on my last row of the yellow, and then I'll start the orange. Okay, so I did work on Phoenix Queen yesterday. Honestly, I put in like 1 long strand of floss. That's all I was doing because I was watching a kitten while I was doing it. Okay, that's not good. But anyway, this is where it's at. I put in some floss right there. I feel like I have to be very, very much more aware of needles and things now, because I have a new kitten and don't know how she's going to react. So oh dear. Okay. And that, sorry, was Phoenix Queen. This is my Misha Berach piece, the piece that I work on and think about healing for friends, for myself, for the world. Healing of mind, body, and spirit. And then last but not least, I worked on Riolis Blackberry. And so I got the first Blackberry in. So really that's all I did this week. I realize not a ton. It was not a normal week, shall we say. That's the understatement of the year. That it was not a normal week. So yeah. did get a couple kits that I had ordered. I ordered these from 123 Stitch. If you've been following my channel, you know that in February I always do a bee project. I call it the Be My Own Valentine Sal. You of course are 100% welcome to join in. I got this chart at the retreat I was at. This is Cottage Garden. And I was considering doing this one, but it's very similar to the ones I did a couple years ago, and I just kind of wanted something different. And I've been seeing this chart over and over and over again, and it has a hoop already in it. So this is a Lucas S, and it's the only Lucas S I've ever gotten, and I really liked it. So I got it, and I think this is what I'm going to start for in February for my Be My Own Valentine Sal. It's called the Lemon Juice, and I just really like it. I mean, you guys know I like lemons. I had said last week that, you know, life threw me a really, really sour lemon with losing Baggy, and I feel like Delilah is the sugar. I found the sugar, I made the lemonade, and so yeah, it's appropriate. And plus we have some, like, I have a lemon tablecloth that I brought over when I moved, and a lot of lemon like dish towels and stuff, and Lorraine loves them, so that she's been using them. So she's like, oh, we'll put that in the kitchen, you know. So when I'm doing like lemon and blackberry and all these like food type things, she's like eyeing them, like, get those done so we can hang them up in the kitchen. So yeah, I think that I'm going to do this one starting in February. And then the other little chart I got was just a little add-on, you know, because it was on clearance and it was like super cute. This is an RTO. Oh, it's called Wish You Get Everything You Want. I don't know if it's supposed to be for like a birthday thing or whatever, but it's just this little purple sheep. I just thought it was really cute, so I added it on. That's the only things I got. Plans. I showed you guys this last time, but somebody had said that they had this chart and were thinking about starting it. So please, if you have it and have been thinking about starting stuff anyway, please start it with me. I'm going to be stitching on this Tuesday night and Wednesday for my New Year, New Start. This is called Practically Perfect by Bothy Threads. It's one of the Rendell designs by Hannah Dale. And as I said, I've been looking at all of her charts, really drawn to them, but I don't really want to stitch the animal fur colors. I tend to want more bright stuff, so this just fits the bill perfectly because it's got that cuteness that I'm really drawn to, but it's also bright colors. I also feel that way about the one that's 3 peacocks, so, or not peacocks, flamingos, so that might be something that I would get eventually as well. And then in January, I'll be starting all of my full coverage, which I have sitting right here. I have kitty litter. I mean, I just showed all these in my whip parade, so I don't feel like I need to show all of you guys, but I've got kitty litter, the tuxedo cat eyes, my mini solar system, the cats, I'm losing my words. I have so many cat patterns, you guys. So many black cat patterns, but that's okay because they will just keep Baggy alive in my heart. And then I have Pinky and Blue Boy to work on. So yeah, that's what I will be doing in January. And so I'm going into the new year feeling hopeful. Again, losing Baggy was just so devastating, and but I feel like now I'm moving forward, and I can grieve for him and put him into the good memory part of my heart, and move forward with Delilah, watch her grow, watch her turn into a young cat from being a true kitten. And I wish she'd come over here, but I think she's sleeping now on that thing. But let me see. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna walk around and pick her up again. Show you guys if I can do that. So hold on, I'm right here. Right here. Okay. Okay, I couldn't end the video without letting you guys see how beautiful she is one more time. So yeah, this is Delilah. Yeah. My brother's like, she's gonna be a YouTube star. But I don't know, can you guys see how pretty her markings are? She's got the perfect eyeliner. And she's got a cute little raccoon tail. Yeah, she's a pretty little girl. Okay. So, again, thank you guys for just being so supportive of me and my channel. You guys mean so much to me, and I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's Eve and a safe New Year's Eve. Try to stay off the streets, you guys. I know you guys would all be safe, but there's weirdos out there who do not think and drink and drive, and we don't want anybody to get hurt. So find a party where you can stay overnight. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and let's hope 2025 is a good year for all of us. Let's hold that in our hearts. So I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah for those of you who celebrate, Happy Kwanzaa for those of you who celebrate that, and Happy New Year in a couple days, and I will see you again in the new year. Until I see you again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Karla and Delilah saying bye.